Okay, I wasn't unmuted in OBS. You only missed me saying that it was good game one. Um, Interesting banning phase here because I don't think there was necessarily anything that stood out to me from the side of Auburn as a problem for Charlotte. It seemed very much just a gameplay thing for them. I think if they had played their game a little bit better early on, they easily could have come out with a victory there, but their jungle pressure, I think, was in the wrong spots. Ganking for the Ornn was good, but I think they needed to opt for a little bit more jungle pressure in the bottom lane. Maybe not even just to gank, but to be there for the counter gank at the very least and give some safety to the bottom lane when they were pushed up to the tower and hitting it and looking for that final secure.
I won't be denied.
Yeah, definitely just a little bit. Sejuani is going to be taken away from boxing, though. I don't think they really liked that disengage. They were able to put down the Zac and do a lot. GP and Skarner are going to get taken away as well.
Yeah, Skarner is definitely one you want to remove from coordinated play.
Yeah, and in Dardoch's words himself, I will never play Skarner, ever, in competitive play. 2 weeks later, he goes and plays Skarner and comes competitive. Ornn going to get taken away from Smile 5 as well.
Yeah, he's just way too strong in like organized gameplay because he has the ability to just single somebody out for so much of the game unless they buy QSS, deviate their build path for it, and just absolutely smash them. Looking like a mirror of last game though, currently with the picks. Thresh and Caitlyn, the first two here.
Could we get the Morgana?
Exact I did like
mirror?
it.
Oh, it's an exact mirror of the champions.
All right, Boxing's so picking Zac. Calling it.
If he, what was it? Zac Swain.
Zac Swain.
Zac Swain. Yeah.
But the Sejuani is not available for Truxie, so they might need to take something else there. Trundle's still available, pretty good one.
Oh, Trundle, yeah. Olaf as well is still available.
Olaf was taken away last game in that first set of bans rather than the Sejuani. Going to be the Jax locked in, though, for most likely boxing. Could still potentially be top lane.
That is going to be boxing on the Jax. Most likely, I don't see a top lane for Smile, especially since it is that blind pick. But of course, it can be flexed between either lane. Of course, because the side of Auburn has not showed their top or jungle yet, Pumpkin might pick up this Swain here. I feel like it's so strong and is still open. Is going to be on that Victor once again, though.
Yeah, Pumpkin had a fantastic showing on the Victor last time. It was really just the team sort of crumbling around him, and then they just weren't able to hold on to the massive lead that Bubba had accrued. Ooh, Big Daddy Ivern coming in for Pop-Tart here.
That is an Ivern pickup for Pop-Tart, not a champion we have seen in competitive play in what feels like a very long time, but going to be there and try and protect this Caitlyn is what looks like it's going to be planned for Auburn.
I still very much like the Ivern, even though he's not as popular now. I think he still has his niche where he is very good, and when you're looking to protect that one carry like Caitlyn and just give her a ton of damage, it is a fantastic pick to take. It just won't provide the same sort of early game ganks that the Jax can, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's going to be all about protecting that Caitlyn. It feels like, of course, they might draft another. I feel like they might need a little bit more damage other than just this Caitlyn. If you're trying to draft kind of this hyper carry protection comp, don't just draft this Caitlyn. Sure, she can do a lot of damage, but you need damage at every single state of the game. You have a little bit in the early game. You have kind of mediocre in the mid, but Caitlyn doesn't ramp up until those 3 items. Draft something along the lines of a Varus, where he can pop off at 2 items, or a Victor, not a Victor, sorry, a Vayne, a Kog'Maw even. Exactly. Something so much stronger. But look at that. That's going to be the Swain, kind of make up some more of the damage for this side of Auburn.
I was going to say Azir's still available, but Swain is just so strong right now, and that being left up again for Truxie, looks like they didn't fear it, but going into the later stages of the game, he really did have some fantastic team fights on Swain.
Yeah, he had some pretty good team fights, of course, coming with the Demon Slayer, that tank ability, as well as him being able to get into that front line. And just being a frontline for his AD even, it didn't matter. Jhin getting locked in here as well. So that is going to be the Jhin Thresh lane Once again, not going to be the Ezreal for the side of the Notorious GAD.
What
I
will they
do like
lock
this
into
Jhin
their
pick,
top
though.
lane, though? Ooh, Sion, yeah, he's still up. Cho'Gath as well, another strong one in the top lane, still available.
So that is going to be boxing on the Jax.
Alright. I do like the Gnar, but I think the Cho'Gath would match better, specifically into the Sion. Oh, he's gonna opt for the Gnar, okay.
Huh, that Gnar is going to be locked in. Of course, he does have the percentage health damage on his W, on his hyperprocs. But I don't know if it's worth it or not. He's not really the best champion right now in the meta. So, yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen much Gnar lately, it feels like.
You do always have the option as Gnar to end up going for that massive play, getting that 5-man Gnar into the wall. Highlight reel. I have to keep an eye on it, but I feel like the Sion has all the pressure in the early game up there.
He does have that early game pressure, of course. With if he does opt for Comet as well, which we have seen be pretty popular on Sion, if he's able to trade in pretty heavily with his E, being able to shove minions right back into the Gnar. We'll have to see how this one goes as we do get into this good old spectator delay. Let's take a look at these matchups. We've got Sion versus Gnar. How are you feeling about this one?
Smiles showed that he had a pretty good laning phase last time, going Auburn into the Urgot. Did flub up a little bit in that bottom lane 1v1, but other than that, he was able to match fairly well against that solo queue sort of stomp pick that I'm Just Joshing had gone for, so I expect him to be able to do well into this Gnar. The jungle, though, we do have the Jackson Ivern matchup. What do you think of that one there?
We've got this Jax Ivern. I mean, of course, it's a given that Jax is going to have this early pressure as well. He's going to have the late game pressure in terms of if he wants to split push or the damage output. But then again, you don't draft Ivern for the damage. You take him for that tank ability. You take, or not tank ability. You take him for the protection, for the Caitlyn, and they sure have a hell of a lot of it.
I don't know. Seems to make the ADC pretty tanky whenever I'm against Ivern.
Yeah, definitely does. Taking a look at the middle lane matchup, we've got Victor and Swain. We saw this one last game.
Yeah, Pumpkin seemed to do perfectly fine in this. I wonder if Truxie changes his build around. He went for that Rod of Ages first last time, which although it was very nice late, I think it made him really lose control of the laning phase there. Wasn't really able to do much. The ganks coming in from boxing really put him behind, and just a mismatch there didn't allow them to gain control of the game as fast as they could have. Bottom line, though, we do have the Caitlyn Morgana again against Thresh and Jhin this time around.
Yep, it is going to be the Caitlyn Morg once again. Of course, that Thresh is still going to be there for just a new one. And Notorious GAD going to be on that Jhin after he showing on Caitlyn. Switching up from the Ezreal, not going to opt for it. Looking for a little bit more of a hyper carry here for Bubba on that Caitlyn. And of course, the Morgana is going to be there with that Black Shield, being able to protect her AD carry from all those death sentences coming out from Thresh. So really shouldn't be much of an issue, as well as the Black Shield's going to be there as well for even the Jhin roots or Jack Stun, Scion Ultimate. It could be pretty much anything.
Really, this lane for me, like the Ezreal last game into the Caitlyn Morgana, I felt a lot better about. But you picked a Jhin into this extremely immobile, is going to rely on that force shot to get away from anything. And if he gets binded or Kate trapped, I think he's just guaranteed dead past like level 3.
Yeah, any binding that connects. I mean, you do have that dark passage for the escape from Thresh, but if it's comboed correctly, if the Morgana does connect with that dark binding, followed up by a trap, it is CC for so long that it's guaranteed half your health bar to begin with. And then you follow it up even more, and it is painful.
Yeah, not a lane matchup I would want to be in, but Notorious GAD thought that that was what they should go with. So we'll have to see what they can do as we get into game here. And head into the loading screen and see if there are anything crazy in terms of the masteries and rules. I guess there is no masteries. I'm so used to saying masteries. It's been years.
Yeah, it's all right. I am too. The Masteries and Runes, I kind of miss those. We were with both, and you had to like combine which ones were which, and you feel like it took a little bit more skill. Maybe not skill, but trying to get into it, you know. But we are going to be loading on in. I'll be pausing at 5 seconds.
Well, hide the chat there. Can't have any profanity on stream. I don't even think we get chat. I think we just get pings. No, wait, no, we do get chat. That's right.
We do get chat, yeah.
I was incorrect.
Oh, and we starting off early with a pause. Looks like...
I'll pause it 10 seconds.
Oh, the commissioner spilled drink on his keyboard.
Ooh.
Oh, goodness.
That's an issue.
That's interesting. Well, hopefully we do have a little bit of technical issues, but maybe be able to move on past this pretty quick.
Should hopefully be able to move past it pretty quickly. You want to pause at 10 seconds instead this time around?
Yeah, we can do 10.
I guess that does give us a little bit more time to talk about the game here.
Unless they start, you know. Because we do have the readies in the chat.
They will
No, just
quickly
waiting.
clean up the spill, apparently.
Apparently. You know, switch out those keyboards. They were quick.
I wonder if they're playing in the same room. I know that some universities have like a designated
I'm sure they're playing in the
esports
same room.
area.
At the uni I'm actually going to, they're building a whole arena for us.
Ooh.
It's pretty lit. So
Paused
I am
it.
paused at 10.
All right, and 1.
Yeah. A lot of universities actually do have really nice areas, even if clubs don't. A lot of teams move their computers next to each other just to get that feel. It's pretty nice, can't lie. Playing with all your teammates next to you and making a sick play, looking over and be like, hell yeah, this is what I like.
Yeah, it does not happen at the university in my town. They're a little bit behind the times there. Good old Canada.
Good old Canada. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a pretty generic start for the side of Auburn. Sorry, not Auburn, for UNC. With a little bit of 5-point and a 5-man stack in a bush. Throwing up those emotes back and forth, you got a cute little penguin.
Oh, yeah. Gotta love that Iron skin.
I'm kind of disappointed. It's still his only one.
There's a few champions like that. Like, I'd really love to see another Aurelian Soul skin, but we still only have the one for it.
There's so many champions that should have more skins that just don't. Like what? We just got another Lux skin, right?
It's all
Another
about that
Misfortune
Lux
skin?
Money Factory. Come on. You gotta get with it for really.
I'm in pain. This hurts me. Get the factory out. Give me my quality.
Misfortune was just the last skin. We're gonna get Jinx next. Then it's gonna be Ari, and then we'll get another Lux skin. Come on.
You're right. I need to get track of the rotation, the skin rotation that comes through for the Eagles.
John is actually probably up soon, now that I think about it.
Oh yeah, you're right. Honestly, you can't forget about Karma either. Come on.
Oh, you're right. Missed out on that one.
Anyways, getting into this game, talked about just a little bit. We talked about that top lane. Smiles is going to be shoving that in with his E, trying to do the damage. One time just joshing, but he's not taking nearly enough that he'd like. Truxie going to hit level 2 in the middle lane, and the bottom lane is going to be pushing in for the side of Charlotte.
No invade from Pop-Tart. Kind of interesting to see. It was a really popular strat early on with Ivern, because you can instantly steal away that camp.
It was pretty easy to do as well. You literally just walk in, you right-click the camp, and you smite it. And it was pretty easy. There really wasn't much challenge with it. I mean, the camps aren't getting denied either. The red buff actually hasn't been taken for the side of Pop-Tart, though. This could be, but this is a gank for Truxie. It's going to come through. The root is not going to connect. I think he's dead here. That's the flash away. Boxing might go forward. That's going forward. The flash forward. This root. And the kill. One auto attack empowered by that W. And that's first blood going over to Boxing.
A nice attempt on the flash, but with the positioning of Boxing, just no real way to get away from him if he decided to commit that flash. Nicely played by both of them to corral Cruxy off to the side and secure that first blood.
I'm just Josh going to take a little bit more damage from Smiles up here in the top lane. We've got, the tank battles back and forth, blowing his potion pretty early here as well. The corrupting pots from Smiles going to keep him at next to full HP.
He's going to get the knock up. This is so awful to play against. Sion is so oppressive in the early game.
Yeah, he's so oppressive, and I'm just joshing, is doing everything he can. It feels like he's trying to trade, he's trying to get the hyper procs, but they just aren't there, and they're not doing nearly enough damage yet, as he does off of that Doran's shield over a Doran's blade early, and he's just walking up. He does finally get that mega, and he's able to do maybe just a little bit more trading, but the wave is slowly getting shoved on in.
Amp stolen away by Pop Turret, so at least gets a little bit of something for himself after that first blood goes down.
Commissioner almost getting caught out there, but that is the black shield to keep him away from that deadly flourish.
Quick fingers, keep himself alive.
Click E. It's amazing.
Alt E is the better one. Oh, the root lands.
Ooh, there's the root. There's the pull right back forward, but the stun is not going to come through. And
That's a gross combo. I didn't even realize you could do that.
oh, distance is going to connect, but looks at that. Boxing is here. Deadly Flourish not going to get the root either. Missioner walking up just a little bit too far, but the stun is not going to come through from Boxing with that counter strike.
I didn't realize quite how good the synergy. I'm just joshing.
Oh, this is a pretty good trade, and the Smiles, he's doing everything he can to get on top of him.
Okay, for the third attempt here. That combo with Auburn and Swain is kind of gross because you land that binding and it instantly gets Truxy in range, and then he gets the pullback as well from his passive.
That really is a disgusting combo. Able to output that damage and then apply that crowd control. So if Pop-Tart's able to land a root, it's next to a guaranteed kill in mid-late game.
Yeah, especially with the ability to use the never move after it, because that should hold them in place long enough for it to return to you, so you can get hook just goes really wide, or a little short rather.
Yeah, and we talked about this bot. Bubba and Commissioner should be being oppressive, but look at this. Notorious GAD and Justin Nguyen are shoving them in, and they're putting them under their own tower.
And not what you expect from this matchup, but that gank early did give him a little bit of a pressure advantage. Both supports as well have unsealed spellbook, but we're going to have to keep track of what summoner they are currently using.
Everyone is here. That is going to be the root connecting. Whoa, what a weird interaction, actually, as that Dark Binding comes out just a second after he right-clicks him, dashes towards him, Smile trading up with I'm just joshing in the top lane. He is level 6. He does have his ultimate, and he is charging up his Hyperbar. Just joshing, continuing the trade. Look at this. He's getting pretty low. Going to be able to jump out of that with the wallop. Root going to connect. That is no flash available for Justin Nguyen, but look at this. The stun is going to come through. The flash and heal is available both from Bubbahead, and Boxing is not in a good spot. Look at this. They're keeping him locked down. Look at that. Flash forward. The Dark Binding going to connect as well, and this looks like it's going to be another kill going over to Auburn.
Flashbacks of last game with the TP played to the bottom lane, and I'm just joshing perfectly gets there in time, uses the flash to gnar Notorious backwards after they've already secured onto the kill onto the 2D Boxing. That's 2 kills over to them now and puts them into the gold lead.
Yeah, the death sentence, not the death sentence, the dark passage rather was there. The lantern was there to get him out, but a greatly placed ward right on top of it completely denied him from even clicking on it.
Even see that actually, good catch.
Pop-Tart going to take that red buff, though. Level 6 to level 4. I think if Pop-Tart wanted to, he could beat him in a trade. No, I take that back. He's completely out of mana. But look at this. Pop-Tart might be completely caught, because that is Pumpkin running down as well. The flash away to keep him alive for the time being, turning around with the root. Just going to blow his flash, and Boxing is going to be moving on back to his jungle, but down a red buff.
He's also level 4. Pop-Tart's level 6. He is 2 levels higher than Boxing currently with the counter jungling that he's been doing. Boxing's really been set back. Does finally reach level 5, but this is going to be rough for him trying to get back into the game.
Boxing is, in fact, pretty far behind, and Gotta say, that's brutal right now, especially on this Jax versus Auburn matchup, which you expect Jax to win so heavily in the early game. He's so behind. And look at this trade, though. I'm just joshing, and Smiles in the top lane. He might come in with that ultimate. That's the ultimate onslaught, and it's going to be there.
He's about to go Mega.
I'm just joshing. He's about to go Mega, and he is trading back and forth. He's about to go Mega. The Gnar is not available. He did just use it down the bottom lane. The flash away from Smile to keep him alive. Descent's not going to connect in the middle lane either. But I'm just joshing. He's just going to get out.
Oh, Boxing's here.
Boxing here. Oh, he actually fails his counterstrike. Activates it just a tad too early.
That is so unfortunate. He's blown his flash now as well, as he's still level 5. Oh, binding lines.
Ooh.
Nice binding. I'm just joshing, just barely getting out of that because of it as well. This means that he's not going to be able to gank in quite the same way to any other lane now. Really unfortunate game so far for Boxing. Bottom lane.
Boxing, yeah, just not doing it. The Moby boots are completed for a Pop-Tart on this Auburn too, so maybe just looking to spam gank some lanes, sitting down in this bottom lane and babysitting, trying to push them ahead is exactly what you want to do when you've got this comp.
And he's just walking through, securing his buffs right now. Bottom lane is finally getting shoved in by the Caitlyn Morg duo, as we suspected it would early. That advantage was enough to push it in their favor. A BF dagger to Boots of Swiftness longsword. Ouch.
Interesting pickup, actually, opting for Boots of Swiftness so early in this game. That's about 1100 gold. But this Pumpkin is getting engaged on here by Pop-Tart. The flash and heal is available. Going to pull him back in with the ultimate. Pop-Tart going to be able to blow the flash of Pumpkin.
Nice flash bone, so they'll have to make a return gank, but I can understand why in the bottom lane, as we were just talking about, the boosted swiftness are purchased by Notorious GAD. Wants to avoid the Morg bindings. Oh, the never pull back.
Look at this. No flash is available. Do have to remember, but the heal is there.
No ult available for Truxie as well, whereas the Chaos Storm is up for Pumpkin. The swiftness boots, I think, were specifically picked up to dodge the Morg bindings, but when Kate has the BF sword, I don't even think it matters. She just so much out damages you.
Look at this. Boxing might be caught out here. Trexie is here as well. No ultimate is available. Chaos Storm is available, just like you said, and they might be trying to go in. Pumpkin is trading back and forth, doing everything he can, and Boxing is getting solo. There's the Chaos Storm, but Trexie is going to pick up the one kill. The Root is going to connect as well, and he's completely out of mana. That's the ultimate well coming through from Caitlyn. Pop-Tart's going to pick himself up. Another kill.
Nicely played by them there. Boxing looking for the engage, thought they had it, but they had no vision on the rest of the team. The roam up from the bottom lane was so much faster than their teammates. They're going to be able to secure those 2 kills and an Infernal Dragon off of that.
Yeah, ace in the hole. Even they were roaming up, they still had that long rage coming out of the Caitlyn, with the ace in the hole doing a little bit of extra damage, and their Infernal Drake turning right on over to it, being able to pick this one up fairly easily.
Top lane. I'm just joshing's down, well, now 1 level. He was down 2 levels there, though.
Look at the CS differential, though. Almost 30 CS diff in the lead for Smiles. That is an insane lead.
Like we'd said in Champion Select, Sion just so strong in the early game. It'd be hard for the Gnar to match up with him, and is going for that Black Cleaver first. But I'd like to see him only take the Black Cleaver in this game and go for tank items the rest of his build, rather than the classic Frozen Mallet that we see on Gnar. Simply because matching up against the Sion, I don't think you'll ever be able to kill him as the Gnar.
Yeah, definitely. There's not much he's going to be able to do. There's just so much tankiness coming out of Smiles, and I'm just joshing. Isn't going to be able to kill him. Not the side lane advantage either. It's going to be all about the team fighting out of both of these teams, and so far, it's looking pretty heavily in the lead for Auburn with about a 1.5k gold lead.
Charlotte does still very much have the opportunity to come back with their comp, but they're going to have to play smartly. Just joshing getting engaged on.
It's there. There's just joshing getting pretty low, turning right back around. Look at that wall up. He's going to be able to turn around, but no, not going to be able to finish the kill. Nevermore is going to be there just in the win.
Nice flash.
Well, flash away to keep him alive for the time being, as the ultimate is there from Jin. Curtain Call not going to connect on anyone, but that is going to be the one for 0 in the top lane in favor of Smiles. Nobody else coming down in the bottom lane as well, as Trixie is just going to be able to clear out this wave pretty easily, as the rest of the bottom lane is still hovering in the middle for Charlotte.
Has opted for the Rod of Ages in the mid lane. Oh, Notorious caught.
Oh, he is caught out, and that is Bubba walking right onto him. Auto after auto, the ace on the hole is available. Flash forward, the
That's a kill.
EQ, then no heal. Ace in the hole is there,
Oh, but he's
and
caught.
that's a kill. But it looks like he's going to go down himself. Maybe not. The
Oh my
Soul
God, the
Shackles
seal!
are there. Ivern's there as well. Look at this. Oh my God, Bubba is alive. All praise to the Lord Pop-Tart. All praise the Lord Commissioner. They come through, and they save the life of Bubba.
Look, if Boxink wasn't tilted before, he surely is after that. Bubba dropping so low, but everybody getting there just in time, providing the shields for him. And Pop-Tart with the redemption as well to just give that little bit of extra shielding power. Okay, going in the mid lane.
Look at this. Pumpkin getting engaged on, no flash available for him. The root is going to connect as well, and they're going right on to... Should be a pretty free kill, but Nevermore coming through. But Scion's down here. Smiles not going to be successful with that teleport, but will be able to defend that tower.
They're sitting over the wall. Do land the binding.
Ooh. I thought he was going to hit the raptor.
Yeah, so did I. I thought for sure that he was going to hit the raptor there.
Look at this. Might be caught out here. Justin Nguyen is there. Nice play to keep him out of the wall. Turning right back around with the death sentence as well, and turning right back on the Commissioner. They are going deep. Backing one off as Truxie does show up.
Well, just like last game, Bubba getting a massive lead out of that laning phase there. They secure the first tower, and now they've roamed to the mid lane. 3-0 and 3 on him. BF rapid fire cannon completed on him. Jessica.
Gonna go and connect with the death sentence. Going in really deep though. The knockup gonna come through. They're gonna be able to go right on him. That's the onslaught. Look at all this. That's one ultimate away already. Truxie is gonna go down as well. Double kill going over the boxing. And this is the turning point. It looks like this is exactly what Charlotte needed.
A very nice play there from Jessica. Does follow the death sentence in, even though Bubba has been black shielded. With the additional AP damage from Smile, they're able to secure that kill there.
We're actually looking to hold this tower, playing pretty aggressively onto Smiles, but that is a double stun coming through. Pumpkin is going to get that kill on a Pop-Tart. The stopwatch is there to keep her alive for the time being, but it's not going to be enough. Commissioner, oh my God, what a huge Magnar! That's a 3-man stun, but I'm just joshing. Does not have the damage. Pumpkin flashes forward, finishes up that kill, and Gnar is going mini.
They needed that Mega Gnar a little bit earlier, like 30-45 seconds ago. But they will lose the mid lane tower there, and that's going to give the gold lead back in favor by only 100 gold over to Charlotte. So they're going to be able to get a nice recall here, secure some items, and potentially look to make some plays around the map now after that.
Pretty interesting back and forth. What felt like a huge throw for Auburn. It was not what they needed, not what they wanted, definitely. I mean, interesting build path as well of looking at Bubba. He opts for a rapid fire cannon first in his item path over just finishing an Infinity Edge and maybe opting for a Shiv for a little bit more wave clear. As you know, there's not too much wave clear out of the side of Truxie, out of the side Pop-Tart, or I'm just joshing. And that's a lot of people running up towards top lane as well. Almost 4 for the side of Charlotte.
They did nerf Static Shiv, and Rapid Fire Cannon pretty much remained the same. I think it got a buff. I don't know. Don't quote me on that one. I know for sure Static Shiv did get nerfed, so Rapid Fire Cannon is very much a viable first option now, rather than just automatically opting for that Static Shiv, as its wave clear isn't nearly as good now.
Oh, that is going to be the curtain call getting opened up with. The Dark Shield is going to be there as well. The Onslaught is not going to be connecting Death Sentence, nor is that one. I'm just Josh. I'm going to jump right over that wall and get himself out for the time being. Commissioner,
they do blow 2 ultimates.
Binding.
It's not going to be helpful to them, as they have 4 up here in the top lane, and the rest of the team is pretty much free to do whatever they want. Potentially start up that dragon.
Yep, dragon is available and is on the map. It'll be an Ocean Drake, so it'll just help out with a little bit of poke coming through. Bubba going to be able to sidestep away from that deadly flourish as the waves are continuing to get cleared back and forth.
Looks like Pop-Tart is just going to head up to the top lane instead. Truxie as well has the teleport.
Should be shoving in
the wave in, yeah.
Pumpkin moving towards that mid lane as well. going to be matching up that way, but the teleport is only available for Truxie. Pumpkin does opt for that heal and that fleet footwork, so no spellbook either if you wanted to swap. Dark Binding going to connect. They could trade onto this if they do land the trap, but that is a good hook going to connect. The Dark Shield is there, and Boxing is on the run for the time being. It's turning right back onto Smiles. Dark Binding is going to connect once again. That is going to trap coming through, and that's a lot of damage on the I'm Just Joshing. Smiles is getting pretty low. That's a 4-man Soul Shackles. Look at Commissioner going forward. He's only going to finish it off with 2 after he gets outrun, but look at that huge Meganar into the wall. Bubba is going to take up 1 kill already, and they are going in deep. 1 kill going on to Jessica Nguyen, and they are on the run. Look at the mid lane though. It's still just a 3v4, and they are opting to try and stay and trying to hold this tower. A root is going to connect
Boxing
once again, and Boxing might go down. Yes, he will. The Piltover Peacemaker is going to finish him off.
Dropping 2 kills there. Honestly, it looked like it could have been a lot more. Commissioner playing really far up front and getting tons of pressure with that Soul Shackles. Ending binding after binding with Pop-Tart, and Curtain Call is down now.
Yep, that's going to be another Dark Sentence connecting. Dark Binding connecting.
There's a Thresh, there's a Morgana. I'll forgive you.
It gets a little confusing sometimes. Going to get cleared out, but looks like Bubba Ho is going to be resetting here. Probably going to spend some of that gold he has earned in these past few fights, looking to finish up his Infinity Edge. I assume so.
Only 2.5k to spend, not that much.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you might be cut out though? Never mind.
Actually doesn't finish his back, even though starting it and looking to clear another wave or 2. Possibly just a little bit of gold off of an item.
Most likely looking to finish that Infinity Edge now. They're going to start up the Rift Herald. Everybody's still on the map, and TP is available for I'm Just Joshing.
I'm Just Joshing does have that teleport, and that is going to be started. But look at this Death Sense. It's going to connect, and they are turning right on over to Pop-Tart. He's going to flash away, going to use that Redemption to keep him alive for the time being. Nice high step from the Unstoppable Onslaught. Pop-Tart is around the 4-shot, is going to be there. The shield is there as well to keep him alive for the timing. He's just barely alive. And Pumpkin is actually going to get the kill over the wall. The Baron is up, and it is on the table. If they do want to look for this, the jungler is down. No smite available, but just Nguyen and Pumpkin are going to be moving towards that mid lane. Definitely not going to look for a little bit too greedy of a play.
With the current builds, I don't think it's possible to take the Baron, but they do manage to deny the Rift Herald. Pop-Tart delaying long enough for the Baron to spawn, so they only trade 1 kill over and deny the Rift Herald. So somewhat of a worthwhile trade.
Did they secure Rift?
No.
No. Okay,
It
they did
despawned first.
Didn't think they did, but that will be the Rift getting secured. Of course, Baron and the Ocean Drake are up and on the table. Well, Shelly did not get to make her debut today.
No. Was sent back to the grave by Baron Nashor.
Now, was Baron Nashor her dad or her mom? That's the real
Are they
question.
even related?
I mean, they look related. They're both purple.
Are the Scuttles on the map Shelly's mom and dad? Because it is a mutated Scuttle crab.
I guess that could be true.
Just like accidentally fell into the Baron pit one day and suddenly they had no child anymore. It's like Kaisa, but it's the Scuttle version of Kaisa. Truxie fighting in the bot lane.
Yeah, Truxie trading back and forth with Smiles. That is going to be up in the top lane, but that is going to be the Demon Flare as well. Counter-Strike is not going to get the stun to come through. Demon Flare is there. Unstoppable Onslaught is going to connect.
Look at the damage!
It's going to come through. Look at Truxie. He's doing everything he can to stay on the Boxing, stay on the Smiles. Doing so much damage. He's going to pick up 1 already, and Boxing is trading back and forth, but the root is not going to come through. It's going to hit a mini on the other side. Smiles is chasing him down, but Truxie picking it up. Now 1v2.
I think if that binding had landed, he might have just been able to straight up 1v2 and take Boxing down as well. Zhonya's was perfect there to just keep him alive and put the damage onto them as his cooldowns came back up.
Yeah, Truxie with a beautiful Zhonya's able to dodge away from that Counter-Strike, keeps him alive for so much longer, as well as just completely dodges away from the stun, a decent amount of damage, and look at this, Boxing might be caught up by Bubba. He's actually walking right onto him, no cares at all to flash away, keep him alive for the time being, put the Peacemaker to do a little bit of damage onto the Notorious GAD.
Must have used the ace in the hole earlier as it's currently down. Would have been a secured kill, I think, if he'd used it there, though.
This does look like a pretty free Ocean Drake to be picked up here, with most players not on the map, and Pumpkin is up towards that top side, and it is going to get secured here by Auburn.
They're dragging over to them. You have the mid priority here.
What a nice shot. The trap is not going to connect, though. Just a little bit too far up. Descends is going to be there, so is the root. Smile is going to be there as well. This should be trapped up, and this should be a dead Smiles. He's going to come through. The Meganar going to push Jesu Win right back into the fight, and she should go down as well. I'm just joshing is going down as well, though. Notorious JD is trading back and forth. Dark Binding is not going to connect on the other side of the fight, and they are going to be turning right back on over to this tower.
I'm just joshing too deep in, but they secure 2 for 1 as the curtain call opens up.
That is going to be the curtain call not connecting. Death. Oh, what a binding. It's going to be coming up. That's a trap, and that's the Soul Shackles. Here the kill. Ward dropped away. Keep him alive for the time being. Commissioner will walk.
Oh, the binding connects.
But what a nice binding. Followed up. One more auto attack to finish him off, but it might not be there. Boxing is there to clean up. Commissioner goes down to the Chaos Storm as well on the other side. And Boxing is being able to pick up some more kills, but Pop-Tart will be able to escape.
Truxy opting not to join the fight as well, still has the TP available. If he'd come there, I think they would have been able to clean up those kills and possibly secure another turret. Standing in the there from Victor, and Bubba just gets taken down for it.
They're just being a little bit too aggressive. You know, he saw the opportunity. Commissioner hits an amazing binding, a beautiful binding, but not knowing his limits. Walks in just a little bit too far and goes down for it.
Are still ahead about 4k now, so they should still be okay from this. 3 items completed for the Caitlyn as well. For the 2 of the Jhin, they should be able to set up some nice sieges now with that advantage.
Yep, I'm just joshing, trading back and forth with Smiles. He does have that Black Cleaver completed, so does do a little bit of extra damage. Gonna go Mega here.
Is opting for that Frozen Mallet. Although I'm not personally a huge fan of it in this matchup. Frozen Heart is completed for Smiles as well. It's a pretty good one against Caitlyn there. Definitely want to be able to slow that attack speed. It's so jarring when you get used to how you're auto-attacking with your current items and orb walking, and then suddenly it gets lowered like that.
Yeah, it gets a little bit obnoxious, and you know, really back and forth. Yeah, it's obnoxious. There's not much else to say about it. Waves getting cleared back and forth. That Baron Natcher is still on the table, as we do see some vision going back and forth.
Could look for it in the not too distant future. Kind of hard for them to clear out the vision here.
Ooh. A little bit of decent damage going down pretty early. I'm just joshing, going to back off. He is in the mini-Nar state now, so it would be very, very optimal for the side of Charlotte to try and force a fight right now while he's still in that cooldown on his hyper. Smile is going pretty aggressive. I'm just joshing, though. Trading back and forth, those hyper procs are going to come through, and just look at this. That Black Cleaver stacks are coming through, the Ninja Tabis are there as well. The root or knock up not going to connect, and looks like we might have missed a little bit of something up in the top side.
Looks like some more vision control going on here. No control wards left in the inventories of Auburn. Charlotte still has a couple available. One of them in the bot lane, however. Miles has recalled. Opts not to buy anymore. Still need to be very careful of this Baron, as both Swain and Caitlyn with their current item set will be able to take it pretty quickly with the help of Ivern.
It's the Soul Shadows turning right on the Pumpkin. He's trying to do what he can. Look at that damage coming through. Pumpkin's going to get the kill onto Commissioner, but is it going to be enough to keep him alive? No, it will not, because looks like that's going to be a kill going over to Bubba, and he is cutting away, trying to do what he can. Trading back and forth onto Smiles, but look at this. It's Boxing on the flank, trying to keep him alive. Pop-Tart is peeling as much as he can. That's going to be the root coming through. Bubba trying to kite away. Look at this damage coming through, though. The Meganar is going to be there. He's going to try and push him into the wall. Not going to connect. Boxing is on the run. One more auto attack from Pop-Tart is going to be finishing them off, and they're going to be trying to turn down this top lane.
They're trying to run them down. Victoria's trying to get away. I don't know if they can catch him. It's going to be close. Ooh, binding goes between them. If that had connected, I do think they would have dove there. Well, the smite away the camp.
Coming through.
Pop-Tart smited the camp to get rid of it, and the hook goes directly through it.
Trucks taking a bit of damage as well, but look at this. They're going to turn right on the Notorious JD. That's the fourth shot, playing just a bit too far up. Commissioner going in with it over the wall. Pop-Tart playing a lit too aggressive as well. Death Sentence is going to be there and not going to be able to finish him off for the time being.
In the extended trade from that fight around the Baron, I believe it ends up going even there as they trade Bubba and Ruxy for Boxing Pumpkin. No, they did secure Smiles as well. So, 1 kill in favor of Auburn. Nothing gonna come of it though. They might get the top tower. The dragon is spawning in 10 seconds.
That will be a Mountain Drake on the map, so of course that does give you a lot of Baron pressure as well as tower taking ability.
Certainly a lot better for Charlotte to deny this one than anything else. You'll never have as good Baron taking your team comp compared to the Caitlyn and Swain on the other side. That Mountain Drake will help a little bit. They're not going to be able to get it, it looks like.
I'm going to get secured pretty quickly by the side of Auburn here.
4 items completed now for Pop-Tart as well. He's going to be giving out some pretty massive shields to his team now. They look to fight around Baron potentially, or at least secure some vision. They have the track on mid.
Do have that track on mid, but no minions currently for a little bit. Crit going to come through and a little bit more damage. Notorious GAT as that Boomerang does connect.
Ruxy is pushing the bottom lane, still has TP available. Missioner has opted for TP as well, so they have 3 TPs once I'm Just Joshings comes back up.
Truxy continuing to fight to do what he can, clearing these waves and pushing right back on. He does have that teleport. Commissioner used that spell book to swap right back on over to Exhaust. Doesn't need that teleport for a little bit of row pressure anymore. And Exhaust is pretty nice if Boxing is able to get on top of your carry, being able to peel him and keep him alive.
Truxy has had a much better early game this time around, up 37 CS right now on Pumpkin. Now secured the Morella Nomicon for himself as well. Good choice in his build path there. Going to deny both Caitlyn and Swain a little bit of that healing.
They are running on over, doing what they can, clearing out some vision, and of course playing around this Baron. We've talked about it multiple times. And Gnar is Mega though. He just went Mini, so of course that is a little bit of the cooldown of this Rage Bar.
I'd like to see a little bit deeper vision. Nice trade from Truxy there.
Truxy does a lot of damage. Look at this, he's going to be able to follow it up with another root, and Nevermore might be there. A bit more damage. Demon Slayer, of course, is available for him.
Yeah, with the vision from the side of Auburn, I'd like to see them putting it a little bit deeper into the blue side jungle. They keep putting it around the Baron here when they have control of the area. I'd like to see a couple more deeper wards so that they can really spot out where the enemy team is and look for something.
Look at this. I'm just Joshing going in pretty deep, looking to do what he can. Notorious GAD is going to be able to sidestep away, but look at this damage going down the line. I'm just Joshing, he's flashing forward. He's going to push Notorious GAD right back on in, but it's going to drop early in this fight. Pumpkin's going to pick up a kill. That's a flash away for the time being. Commissioner is getting pretty low. Pop-Tart is going to try and block, but he's going to get pulled right back on in. The curtain call is there, and Pop-Tart is going to go down as well. Look at this. Caitlyn is kiting away. She's doing everything she can. The Deadly Force, though, going to connect, and it's not going to be nearly enough. The teleport is going to be coming through from Truxy, but it's going to get canceled up by Smiles. And they might turn it over to the Baron.
The teleport just way too late for Truxy. You keep waiting and waiting for it, but it doesn't end up coming. I'm just Joshing again, using the ultimate to bring people backwards rather than into a wall. Commissioner going to see what he can do to try and stop this Baron, but this should be going over to Charlotte after this.
Yeah, it should be a pretty easy Baron going over to Charlotte here. Smiles walking up pretty aggressively. He does not have his ultimate, does have his flash. Demon Flare is there. His should be a pretty free kill. Flash forward and ultimate proc. No, he's not going to look for it. Baron does get secured by Charlotte as well.
A pretty easy secure from them there after that fight. Gonna have to be a little bit more careful in future fights now. Baron on Charlotte means that they can start trying to siege around the Caitlyn. That's gonna be difficult to do with the Caitlyn traps.
really need to not send Truxie down bottom lane to match Smiles. I understand that they want to maybe put the Gnar in for some engage potential, but the threat that a Gnar has versus this Swain right now is so much more.
Yeah, the other thing as well is I think that Truxie is a big part of their catch potential onto the other team. Being able to pull back somebody who's gotten binded. You have two available to you with both the Ivern and the Morgana. So just that like small ability to rip them back, add some stacks to your ultimate is so big for them. Going to be setting up around Dragon rather than pushing currently. Still a little bit of time left on this Baron. Have to see what they decide to do with it.
Ooh, that's going to be a pull right back on in towards GAB. Getting solo. The ultimate going to finish them off, and they are looking to engage, looking to do what they can onto anyone, and they have the track on this mid tower.
Yeah, that was some greedy pathing there and some massive damage out of both Bubba and Truxie, just getting it down onto him. They've pretty much thrown away this Baron with that, actually.
Yep. That Baron is completely thrown. He should go down here as well. The Mega Gnar is available. Wallop is not going to connect, though, with the stun. Pumpkin taking a little bit more damage. Nice.
The binding lands. It might not just be the...
Followed up. That's going to be... Could this be the game? They're following up. They're getting so many kills. If Pumpkin goes down here, that is the possibility of the game going over. Another root is going to connect, and Bubble Cup is doing the damage she can, following it up with another trap, doing a lot of damage. Built over Peacemaker going to be there as well. One more auto attack to finish him up. Bubba picks up another kill. 11-4 and 8. The Demon Flare going forward on the Pumpkin. He's doing so much damage. Is he going to get the root? Zanya's Hourglass is going to come through, but he should get popped here. Yes, he does. I was going to say, no, he doesn't, but yes, he did. And that is going to be the curtain call as well. Not going to be able to finish up. I'm just joshing, and they are running away. The Deadly Flourish is not going to connect either.
Almost the game there. I thought for sure they were going to be able to end it off the back of that, but Notorious GAD up just in time, and Pumpkin with the fancy feat to keep himself alive against Truxie. It will get an Infernal Dragon, though, from this, and that's going to give him 2. Elder Dragon's going to be absolutely disgusting on Auburn.
Elder Dragon will be the next dragon up, but that's if the game doesn't end by then.
Very true, and with that play, they really do have a lot more options now. They completely remove the Baron buff from the side of Charlotte with that. Nothing they can do now, and they've got a mid inhibitor down. And start splitting some pressure to both top and bottom.
The momentum has just been pushed so much more into Auburn's favor, and they are looking to finish up this game.
Yeah, and really at this point, short of a miracle catch, I think it'll be hard for them to actually get something. Saw how much damage both Bubba and Truxie had when they were paired together. They're going to be in this bot lane as a 4-man unit. Actually, Smiles might be caught out.
Smiles may be caught out. That's going to be the ultimate. Are they going to be able to get in front of him? But no, he actually lands. Oh, anyways, Truxie going in, and that's going to be teleport as well, coming through with Smiles taking a lot of damage from Bubba on the other side. The teleport, Jessica Nguyen just teleport into her death.
I think she just teleported to the end of the game there, actually. 2 down now. They might not be able to defend these towers.
I don't think they'll be able to defend these towers. They're going to be able to run right on up, smash on them as much as they can. Commissioner should be able to walk up pretty easily as well as Pop-Tart land a root onto anyone. Deadly Flourish is going to be there, but it's not going to be able to do nor enough. He's just trying to use it to clear the way, but he's not going to be able to. Going to get blocked up by Bubba, Pop-Tart, and Commissioner. And they are going to be smashing on these towers. Look at that.
Oh, the binding.
Binding connects, but look at that. It doesn't even matter. The QSS was there. Pumpkin gets engaged on pretty heavily. Going to be able to get blocked by Notorious. With super minions crashing, they are going to be looking to end this game. Bubba Hope is going in so deep. Jessica Nguyen is going to be respawning. So is Smile pretty soon. But look at this damage going down. Demon Flare is going to be there. Truxie goes down. They are looking just to end this game instead. Kiting away, trying to do the can. The Soul Shackles and the Zani's Hourglass going to come out. Nice QSS, keep him alive for the time being, but it's going to flash away, trying to stay away from that onslaught. Kiting away, doing everything he possibly can to stay alive. But no, it looks like
Gnar's ending the game.
But look at the Gnar. He's trying to go for the end. I'm just joshing, going in for the back door. He's gonna flash away, gonna stay alive, but the Blue is gonna be there with the Gnar to push him away. But no, the Nex is still at half HP. And oh my goodness, this game is back and forth, back and forth.
I thought for sure it was lower than that when he got onto it, but he should have just joined the fight with how low it was. Not nearly enough damage on him there to end that game, and I think he really could have helped his team out. does give a little bit of breathing room over to Charlotte, though.
I'd say a little bit. Ooh. Oh, just like you say a little bit, I say a lot. That is such a huge swing in momentum. This Jhin. Oh wow, I didn't even realize he is not building Rageblade. Rageblade is
Does he
such
know?
a big item on Jhin right now. It gives you almost 600 plus AD on full stacks.
Yeah, you know the like 2000 AD Jhin item spike. Yeah, that's a pretty big one, if you ask me.
That is a pretty big one. I didn't even realize that is. I was gonna say that was brutal because Jhin should be able to scale so well right now, but
Maybe he just sells boots for it. Maybe that's what he's doing.
I mean, I pick it up second item in solo queue.
Yeah. Like, even third item is, like, the really typical place. You can justify it earlier, but to leave it this late is really questionable. First GAD, maybe just not up to date on the current build for him. That's unfortunate, though, because he's missing out on a ton of damage that could be the turning point for this game.
Yeah, that Rageblade is absolutely insane. With Baron coming up again in 26 seconds, this looks like we might spell another fight or another pick going on as they are looking for this Death Brush.
Deadly Flourish gonna come out, give it away a little bit, maybe.
Interesting, Deadly Flourish. Don't know what that was for. Can't lie to you.
He was just trying to hit Kate, who was clearing a ward, maybe? I don't know.
Don't think you can clear a ward with it.
No, I think that he was clearing a ward and he was trying to hit her.
Ah, yeah.
I don't know why you would do that, though, when your team is death brushing. A little bit questionable.
A little questionable, a little bit unsafe, and this Baron is going to be up on the table. Look, I said, look at this bot lane. Truxie is down here versus Smile. This is what I talked about. I'm just joshing. You want joshing to be there, even though he doesn't have that teleport?
You can't
Truxie
really
is
justify
so
it
much
without the
stronger.
teleport, for sure. But they're... Oh, Caitlyn on the backside of the wall. This is actually really smart.
They should just... Truxie needs to teleport right now if they are looking to fight. This Baron is going to get picked up, and the root is going to come through on the Justin Nguyen doing so much damage. I mean, joshing is going to be able to finish up Justin Nguyen. The other side of this fight, pretty for Lady Deadly Force is going to be there for the root. The Meganar going to get used solely onto his support. Bit questionable there, but Smiles is getting engaged on here in the bottom lane as well. Truxie might just be walking in just trying to end the game. He could probably ignore the Swain at this point, but he knows the rest of the side of Charlotte is coming down to him, and he's getting collapsed on. But look at this. The Auburn can just run through. If they're collapsing on them, they don't care at all. Deadly Flourish is not going to connect. Sorry, Dark Binding. Big crit is correct, and they are going to get engaged on. Dark Shield is going to be there, and that is going to be an unstoppable onslaught. Going to tank only on the Commissioner and taking a lot of damage. That's crit after crit coming out of this Caitlyn. She is free hitting in the backline, and Smile is going to go down to Truxie. They're going to be there as well. Pumpkin doing so much damage. Deadly Flourish, or Deadly, sorry. Not the Filter or Peacemaker not can connect, and this looks like it could be a game as two are down for the side. Deadly, another alternate not going to connect, and they're just going to be hitting this Nexus anyways, maybe turning over the kills, padding a little bit of KDA, and that is going to be game number 2 going over Auburn, up 2-0 in this series.
Yeah, another nice game from them there. A little bit of faltering with their lane placements, but other than that, they showed really nice control over the game.